Planeteers, and welcome to X-Planet Games channel while we are reviewing Born of the Gods, and today we're going to talk about Black. My name is Lyle Miranda.
My name is Sebastian Boros.
You got that right. Alright, and let's get down to the nitty-gritty. First card up, we have the archetype of Finality. It's a very final statement. Creatures you control have Death Touch. That's all creatures you control have Death Touch. Creatures your opponents control lose Death Touch and can't have or gain Death Touch. Very, very potent effects. 6 mana. I didn't really realize this until just recently that it's only a 2/3. Its chassis is very, very small. Mana cost very big for most formats, except of course when you're talking EDH. 6 is about the sweet spot for EDH.
This isn't something I want to cast on 6.
Yeah, not really. Wow, the ability is amazing. Like, it is really, really good.
It's not bad.
Yeah, very, very relevant. Anything else? Yeah.
No,
all right. Next.
Right. Next card, Ashiok's Adept. 3 mana, 1/3 creature. It's heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets him, each opponent discards a card. This card, again, heroic's a difficult mechanic to work with, especially in EDH, just because it requires those resources, you know, like
it's just what are you going to target with?
Exactly. Especially in Black.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have something that targets a creature, it's probably going to kill it.
It's going to be Doomblade.
It's going to be Doomblade.
It's going to be Doomblade.
Doomblade. That's an inside joke. I won't bore you. All right, so moving on. We have Asphyxiate. Love the name. What did it say? It says, well, first off, it's a 3 mana, 2 black and 1. It's a sorcery speed. Destroy target untapped creature. Really wish this was an instant. They would have been good.
It might have been too powerful. It was an instant.
It probably
it's a murder. It's a murder.
Yeah. I'd be fine to have another murder. That'd have been pretty tasty. As it stands, untapped, it's okay. You're basically counting on your opponent not to attack you the previous round.
I'd say it's playable. Like, think about it. They're untapped, right? So it's gonna be, they put down something. Let's say you really want to kill it. This thing's gonna do the work, no matter what color it is, no matter if it's an artifact.
Here's the thing: if you're gonna occupy a spot in your deck, are you gonna put in Asphyxiate, or are you gonna put in something that actually just kills anything when you want it, just dead when you want it? It's not gonna be
when you want it.
Exactly. Go ahead.
All right. Next card is BioBlight. It's an instant. It's an instant 2 mana card. Target creature and all other creatures with that same name as that creature get -3/-3 until end of turn. This card is like instant speed is kind of nice. -3/-3 is quite a bit, to be honest. But the fact in EDH is that the power level is nowhere near the amount that it has to be to make it into an EDH deck.
It's like a token board wipe, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's priced right. I mean, for limited.
Yeah, it's good.
Awesome. EDH, not so awesome. Oh, and then we get down to the really, really important card, Black Oak of Udonos. Yeah, there's really no point in using this card in EDH. It's 3 mana for 0/5. It's got Defender. 1 black, tap another untapped creature you control. Black Oak of Udonos gets +1/+1 until end of turn. A Defender getting +1/+1 until end of turn. Fire breathing is...
And you have to tap another creature as part of its
it's just... Moving on. Go ahead, next.
But it has 5 toughness for Phaenax.
Yeah, 5 toughness.
So, the Champion of Stray Souls. 6 mana, 4/4. For 3 mana and tapping it, you can sacrifice X other creatures and return X target creatures from your graveyard to the battlefield. And then for 7 mana, you can put him from the top of your... you can put him from your graveyard on the top of your library. So, this is I'd say an EDH powerhouse, one of those kind of creatures. For 6 mana, you get a guy that can essentially sacrifice whatever creatures you don't want. Or if you're playing blue-black, for example, where you're taking other people's things, you can sack them and bring back relevant creatures from your graveyard to the battlefield. And he also recurs himself, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. You know what? In Black, you have a lot of ability to ramp up like a monster. And Teysa, if you could look up Teysa actually while we're looking at this. For instance, certain Teysa decks, what was the Teysa from Ravnica? What was she called again? Anyway, certain Teysa decks that would generate...
What was it, Scion?
Scion?
Or
Yeah,
Scion.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
We're mostly a token generating style deck. This could be really, really good. I mean, when you're paying 5 mana, tap X, sacrifice X creatures, and those X creatures are actually tokens, and you're ripping back into play a whole bunch of relevant creatures that just exited stage left or right, depending on where you put your graveyard, and getting them back onto the battlefield. That is a really potent effect. Now, here's the thing. This is an EDH card.
Yeah.
I don't see it being used in any other format. And as an EDH card, Champion of Stray Souls is a very, very good card. I really, really like this card.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then we go into Claim of Erebos. I get all the good stuff this time around, don't I? Here, 2 mana. Yeah, it's an enchantment aura. It says enchant creature. Enchanted creature has for a black and 1, tap, target player loses 2 life.
Wah wah.
Yeah. Moving on.
So, the next card is Drown in Soro. It's a 3 mana sorcery. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn, and you get to scry 1. It's an infest with scry. That's all there's to say.
Artwork's
EDH.
awesome.
Yeah, artwork looks really awesome.
It does. I mean, he's just kind of just sitting there looking all glum, surrounded with these dark clouds with skulls.
It's kind of like when
bodies
you lose,
laying around.
right?
Oh yeah, it's exactly like when I lose. I have bodies all around me. All around. All right, so moving on. We get into the Eater of Hope. My nickname at my store.
Yeah, okay.
7 mana for a 6/4. It flies. That's about average-ish, I guess. This card I feel just unexcited about. For 1 black, sacrifice another creature, regenerate Eater of Hope. For a black and 2, sacrifice 2 other creatures, destroy target creature. So it's got a bit of a control element to it. It does have a biggish type body that does have evasion with flying. It's just, I just don't see this making a cut in any.
Not even
mono.
Gabe? Like Gabe? It wouldn't be bad. Not in mono, obviously. It's too hard to generate tokens in black.
I wouldn't cut this for Gabe. I wouldn't put this in a Gabe deck. But,
Really?
Not really. Not for me. I mean, the artwork looks nice.
It's a nice constant
Good job, Peter.
Oh, yeah. Just don't
Peter.
even try.
good job. But you know what? I'm not excited about the card. I'm not saying it's useless. I mean, it is a 6/4 flyer. It does have a control element to it. I just don't think it's good enough to make it into a deck.
Yeah. All right, now we get to the prize winning card of the set.
It's flavor.
Eye Gouge. For 1 mana, instant speed.
That's
Target
right.
creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. But listen to this, guys. If it's a Cyclops, you get to kill it. It's gross. Like it's just so good.
So good.
It's so good.
Okay, this is just a complete flavor card. It's salt and pepper, and other than that, though, not so hot for EDH. But it is a neat card. Then we get down to the Fate Unraveler. It is 4 mana, black and 3. It's got a 3/4 body, and it's an enchantment creature. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Fate Unraveler deals 1 damage to that player. Necrostar decks. That's the very first thing that leapt into my mind when I saw this. Necrostar decks love when their opponents are starting to draw cards and they start damaging themselves. This just magnifies that, and cool artwork.
I like the fact that they made her an enchantment creature, which can be quite kind of relevant, because I know currently in my Heralds deck I'm running like an enchantment-ish theme, and I have a lot of enchantment recursion, especially in green and black, especially in the new set, like the Theros, for example. Like you have Commune with the Gods, and Phareka's Mender, I believe, brings back enchantments to your hand. So it's just another way to recur her as well.
Can you think of cards that are in red, black, blue that would be able to take advantage of that? I can't think of it. I'm asking.
Okay.
I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
I'm not making fun of the guy. I'm like, geez, so sensitive.
I can't think of anything that would bring back enchantments per se, but creatures definitely in black. Like,
Yeah, I know, for sure. Yes,
Yeah.
creatures would not be an issue at all whatsoever. All right, anyway, good card.
Yep. So the next one is Fated Return for 3 black and 4. It's an instant speed. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It gains indestructible, and if it's your turn, you get to scry 2. The scry 2 is essentially just a bonus. The fact that you get an indestructible creature from any graveyard, right? Yeah. From any graveyard under your control is not bad.
It's really good.
Yeah, for instant speed, like 7 mana is like in EDH is like usually it's meant for a big play and stuff, and this card can provide that essentially.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's a great card, for sure. All right, next. We get into the Fellhide Brawler. Why do I get all the crap cards this time around? Fellhide Brawler.
It's actually really bad.
It's just bad. Yeah, it's a black and 1. It's a 2/2. Okay,
It's a bear.
It's a bear. It's a bear.
With a
Fellhide Brawler.
downside.
Yeah, Fellhide Brawler can't block unless you control another Minotaur. So not a bear, which would be useful. Yeah, there it is. I can't even say I like the artwork particularly. Sorry, Mr. Guy. I can't read that at all. All right, moving on.
Okay, so the
This card.
Forlorn Sudama. It's a 4-mana 2/1 with Intimidate and the Inspired mechanic. So whenever Forlorn Sudama becomes untapped, you may pay 3. If you do, put a 2/2 black zombie enchantment creature token onto the battlefield. So this is part of the Inspired series. I find most of the time the Inspired mechanics are relatively weak. And in EDH, there are only a few Inspired cards that make the cut. And this card obviously isn't one of them. But in a limited standpoint, I'd say the fact that this has evasion, which a lot of Inspired cards lack, and that usually makes them a problem, for me at least, is the fact that they have no way to get through and trigger their Inspired effect, other than Springleaf Drum. Springleaf Drum. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it.
So it's good card limited.
Yeah.
Luckily, unfortunately, this is an EDH thing, so yeah, not so hot in EDH. We get down to Forsaken Drifters. Forsaken Drifters, it is a common 4 mana for a 4/2. That's not too shabby. When the Forsaken Drifter dies, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. You know what? As commons go that are relevant to EDH, this is one of them. Like, this is something that would be decent. I would consider putting this in like a Jared deck, which is black-green recursion style decks. This helps you feed the machine, so to speak, by dumping cards into your graveyard for you to recur after.
Definitely.
Carador, Mimeoplasm, although Mimeo most of the time wants something that's sweet in his grave. But if he was just looking at just populating his graveyard, this would be all right. It's a common. Yeah, it's a good common.
For a common, I think he's really good.
Yep. It's a zombie as well, something relevant for all your tribal zombie decks.
Yep. I'd prefer if he cost a bit less and maybe a bit less power strength, but
That's common.
yeah,
It's common. It's going to be a little slightly inefficient, but not so much in EDH, the concern.
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
And the effect 4 cards, it's pretty good.
So the next card we're going to talk about is Guild. It's 1 black 3 colorless sorcery. Exile target creature. Put a colorless artifact token named Gold onto the battlefield. It has sacrificed this artifact, and you add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So it's pretty good. Like, you get to exile a creature for 4 mana, granted at sorcery speed, but the fact that, you know, you get a mana for it, right? What is it? Yeah, put a colorless token. Yeah.
Well, it's not only that. I mean, there's black doesn't have a ton of exile effects.
Yeah. Well, there's Ash to Ashes.
That's it. Like, that's it. I mean, for exile effects, when you need to get rid of something that's indestructible or what have you,
you're limited to.
You're very limited if you're going mono black. Obviously, you want to splash white and go maybe black white to get swords and what have you. But Guild is another option. It's I think a very, very decent EDH card at 4 mana. You're probably not going to see that much in any other format other than maybe limited.
Yep, it's a removal for 4 mana.
Exactly right. So that's going to be important. Very good card.
Yeah.
Then I get Grizzly Transformation. Wow. All right, so it's a black and 2. It's an enchantment aura. It's enchant creature. When Grizzly Transformation enters the battlefield, draw a card. Not bad. Enchanted creature has Intimidate.
Not bad.
Not bad. It's just ho-hum. And it's not that the abilities are bad per se. It's the fact that it would occupy a spot in your deck that you could put something that does more. So it's not so much a criticism of the card. It's just not relevant, I don't think, enough for EDH. So there you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Moving on.
Next card, Heralds Torment. It's a 3 mana 3/3. It's an enchantment creature, and you can bestow it for 5. And it has flying. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life, and enchanted creature gets +3/+3 and has flying. So it's a 3 mana 3/3 flyer, which is not really relevant in EDH, but it serves as a blocker. And I mean, in limited, definitely it's a thing. Also, I guess I might see some play in Devotion black and standard.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's 3 mana for a 3/3 flyer.
Yeah,
which is very good, but not good enough.
Again, 40
not relevant. Not relevant enough for EDH.
Yeah.
Not enough juice. All right. Well, I get Marsh Miss Titan. Yes, sirree. It's a 7 mana, 4/4/5. That's already bad. So black and 6. But have faith, gentlemen or ladies and gentlemen. Marsh Miss Titan costs X less to cast, where X is your devotion to black. So yes, you can accelerate them in the late game.
You sound excited.
This card is just bad for EDH.
I know you're gonna put you're gonna put it in every.
I'm not gonna put it in anything except the trash. Sorry. All right, so moving on.
The next card, Bite. It's 2 colorless, 1 black, instant speed. Target creature gains death touch to end of turn and regenerate it. It's essentially a kill spell, but it'd be too nice to call it that. It occupies a slot that's not open.
Exactly. Again, its ability is good.
Yep.
Right? Why wouldn't you just put a kill spell, though?
Exactly.
At that point. I get all the good stuff. All of it. Nyxborn Eidolon?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Eidolon. A black and 1 for 2/1, so cost not too shabby. It's got a bestow of black and 4. And what it would bestow and what it is enchanted creature gets +2/+1. Not relevant.
It's not even close to as good as Baneful Eidolon.
Yeah, no, it's just, no. Yeah. All right, so go on.
So for 2 mana and 1 black, the Odunos River Trawler. So it is a zombie. So when he enters the battlefield, you can return target enchantment creature from your graveyard to your hand, which provides recursion. It's a 2/2. And you can also pay 1 and sack it, and you can return target enchantment creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It's interesting. Like it does what it does. That's not much to say. It recurs. Yeah.
If there's a theme of enchantment creatures and you're going
Black,
crazy
also,
over this whole entire thing with Theros, you want to do a whole EDH deck with that's involved, this becomes more significant.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
it's a little too specific in the fact that you have to return an enchantment creature.
It's very specific, yeah.
If it was enchantment or creature,
or enchantment,
or if the black one was creature and then the white one was enchantment, it'd be nicer, I guess.
Yeah.
Just give you more options, right?
Next we have Painseer.
There you go, an interesting one.
Painseer is a black and 1. This thing had a huge hype when it was coming out. Black and 1, 2/2. So 2 mana for a 2/2. That's pretty darn good. It has the Inspired mechanic. The Inspired mechanic is whenever the Painseer becomes untapped, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to its converted mana cost. So a lot of people kind of hyping this up as a replacement for Bob, Dark Confident. It's not a replacement. It's not as good as Bob in standard or limited and what have you. It's just because you're casting it. You then have to wait a turn to hit you. Then you have to attack with it, assuming you get an opportunity to do that. You then would get an opportunity to untap it the following round. So it is substantially slower with a lot more conditions than Bob. Nowhere near as good, basically. But in EDH is where it gets kind of
more interesting.
A lot more interesting. Because EDH, you have a lot more time to do everything. Generally speaking, you can get a little bit more degenerate with the card. Hidden strings becomes a thing. You cast it, you tap on tap, tap on tap. The only downside at that point is the amount of life you're going to be losing as you're constantly drawing those cards. But you can take more advantage of this card, definitely in EDH. Cool artwork as well. So there you go. I like artwork.
All right. Yeah. So the next one we're going to talk about is Sanguine Banshee. It's for 4 and 1 black. It's a sorcery. You draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is your devotion to black. I actually find this card pretty good, to be honest.
Not bad.
In a mono black deck, I feel it would be really powerful. Like at least you'll probably be at least drawing 3 or 4 cards for that.
5 mana,
which in black is pretty relevant. Like Erebos, Greed, like there's a bunch of those kind of cards, right? They do essentially the same thing and last more often and can be brought back. But it's a card I'd consider putting in, definitely.
Yeah, I would. Agreed. Yeah. All right, moving on. Next we have Servant of Timurit, black and 2 for a 1/3 chassis. It has the Inspired mechanic. Whenever Servant of Timurit becomes untapped, each opponent loses 1 life. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. And then it has the special ability of regeneration for a black and 2. It's okay. I guess you could kind of come up with a concept where you could do the whole tapping on tapping thing, take more advantage of it.
Yeah, definitely. There's ways to just go infinite.
It just wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Exactly.
put it in. I just wouldn't put it in. I would just exsanguinate.
Or just extort.
Extort. Yeah, there you go. Next.
So the Shrike Heartbeat. It's a 5-mana creature for 2/2 flying. Tribute 2, the tribute mechanic, where as the creature enters the battlefield, an opponent of your choice may place 2 +1/+1 counters on it. If they don't, target opponent sacrifices a creature. Again, this is not relevant to EDH. It won't ever see any use just because of the fact that no one will ever pay that, or no one will ever not pay it. That's what I meant
That's
to say.
pretty much it.
Exactly.
Oh, you want 2 +1/+1 counters? There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tribute paid.
Spiteful Returned. 2 mana. Black and 1 for 1/1. It has a bestow cost using the bestow mechanic of black and 3. Whenever the Spiteful Returned is enchanted or an enchanted creature attacks, defending player loses 2 life. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1. Yippee-ki-yay. It's got really cool artwork. Other than that, not really relevant.
That's alright.
Not like it.
Reminds me of the old Terror. Oh, the Mirrodin Terror.
Reminds me of, I don't know why, Lord of the Rings. The guy that came out of the gates.
Yeah.
The mouthpiece of Soro. Like that. Alright, moving on.
So the War Chanter of Mogas. 5 mana, 3/3, Minotaur Shaman. Inspired, whenever War Chanter of Mogas becomes untapped, target creature you control gains Intimidate until end of turn. This card's unfortunate because I really wish it would have given all your creatures Intimidate for end of turn.
That would have been really good.
That would have been good, but
That would have been really, really good.
Again, it's a card that it's a 3/3 for 5 on turn 5 that you have to get through on turn 6 to live.
It's a common.
Yeah, it's a common.
It's a common. All right, last but certainly not least, the homage to Atlas. The Weight of the Underworld, a black and 3. Enchantment aura, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets -3, -2. It's a quasi kill spell. So, yeah, it's -2 is the toughness is you're killing like little support type stuff. Again, it wouldn't occupy a spot in your deck. You just have a kill spell or you would a board wipe or what have you. But whatever.
I like how the flavor text actually kind of.
Ooh, flavor text. Oh, what's in the flavor text? Tell me.
Proud Alcheminos, who would not bow to Erebos in death, is now bowed by his own hubris for all eternity.
Ooh.
It's cool because they mentioned like some other guy kind of thing. I don't know if it's gonna be another god or whatever.
Alcheminos? Oh, I think
probably
that's
a
that
Titan.
guy.
It's probably like a Titan or whatever.
It's weird, eh? There hasn't been many actual Titans, mention of Titans in the set at all,
Yeah,
being
exactly.
a very Greek and Roman. Anyway, that's it for black. Hopefully you like that. The next color we're doing is red. Feel the rage, baby. Feel the heat. So next up, red. Ciao for now. Please comment on the video if you have any criticisms or what have you. See if we missed them. Subscribe, please. Yes. All right, next. See you later, guys.